IFRR German Grand Prix. Let's see. Ah, come on.
Halo.
So we're about to go to the anthems.
Can you hear that?
And we are about to start now. So we're getting prepared. So now we are about to start the second race. Oh. So all right. We're getting ready to start now. Just making last preparations. So now the 5 red lights are going underway. And it's lights out and away we go. Everyone gets a slow start, but it's A7 who capitalizes the most. Going into turn 1 now. A7 is battling under, who got pole position from Buffalo, takes the lead. A7, and then G-Man goes for a dive bomb. So does Under, and now Under retakes the lead now. I need to set that mode on. So G-Man is now in the lead, and this is the part where he should fly away now. Going into what would be the stadium section, it's G-Man who's leading, taking all the steps to get a good start. And A7 goes wide now, and he's battling Under for P2, as G-Man's gonna lead going into lap 1. G-Man leads. What? Their lap didn't count. Who was in second? Under. Just fixing mistakes. Okay, now everyone is good and going. G-Man going into the final 2 turns with a blistering lead. And, oh, he goes a bit wide there. As Under and A7 are battling now. A7 is in second with Under in third. Under goes a bit wide, but A7 goes wider. And there's a struck-in Ferrari there in the middle of the track. So it's G-Man leading with A7 in second. It's Mercedes home Grand Prix, so what can A7 do for them? As A7 retains the lead going into the hairpin, let's take a look down the field. Victor has a comfortable P4, and Zenboy is right behind him. So going into the fast right-hander, A7 takes it way faster than Under, and into this hairpin where Sebastian Vettel binned it in 2018. Now the 2 final turns. A7 gets a bit of the inside line to try to get as much as he can. A7 is now leading. A7 is now in second by a second, as Under goes a bit wide. Let's take a look at G-Man, who is leading by a mile, going into the hairpin now, while everyone else is just barely on the finish straight. Into the hairpin he goes, and there is a close battle between Boom and Core. No, as Boom messes it up in the first turn. Oh, why is I don't know what my Roblox captures is. So G-Man is going into the lead. Under makes it into P2 now. A7 must have made a mistake or something going into the first turn. And I think Under. No, it's G-Man who made a mistake, and now Under is in the lead. G-Man made a mistake that cost him P3 with P4 almost behind him. G-Man needs to catch up now. 30 laps remaining. Go around the hairpin. G-Man gets a pretty good exit, but it's Under in the lead, followed by A7, doing pretty well to replace Buffalo, who would have got the win last week, but sadly that didn't count, as it was pretty much a big mess. But now A7 goes a bit wide there, costing seconds to Under and letting G-Man catch up there. Going around the final corner now, and Under is leading for the first time this race. It's someone else but G-Man. G-Man is still in third by around a second to A7. Under gets a bit of the curb there and gets a bit of airtime as G-Man is catching up to A7 now, after he made that crucial mistake coming out of the turn that goes into the long straight. Out of the hairpin now, G-Man is catching up to A7 now. As you can see, he's right behind him now. This is going to be a close race as G-Man is right behind and he's going to try to go around the inside, but it doesn't work as A7 goes wide there. A7 goes wide at the that turn right there. Don't know what it's called, but he did go wide there. My volume is pretty high. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but I'm going to talk a bit louder now as G-Man makes it back into second. Taking it away from A7, but will he make another mistake? Lap 6 of 34. Now G-Man, it's G-Man's race to win. With Buffalo not being there, G-Man has it all to. Buffalo would have it all to do next race. He needs to come back from 25 points. He just that might be really hard. Let's take a look at the fastest lap so far. G-Man is fastest by around a second as he goes purple in Sector 2, and he's catching up to his teammate and going around the outside. Wow, what a move, but he doesn't make it stick so far. They're going side by side, going into the final two turns. Under lets go a little bit, but Under's going back around the inside as G-Man takes the lead now. Going into the start-finish straight is G-Man once again in the lead. They both go a bit wide going out of turn 1, going into turn 2 now. G-Man doesn't want to make the same mistake again. That'll cost him P1. But it's the Williams 1-2 right now, as G-Man took that blistering lead now, and he's going to fly away with it. It's Zenboy who's catching up to Victor, who's in P3, but who's in P4, but the top 3 are flying away from the rest of the pack, as Core and Boom are pretty far behind, as they are just now going across the line. As Under flips over, and A7 is going to get P2. He's going backwards now. He needs to go back on the right way. A7 is in P2 now, as Victor in P4 for Racing Point is right behind. This is some close racing right now here in Hockenheim. Could be one of the best races of the season so far. We know Hockenheim does deliver. As G-Man is leading in the race, A7 is now in P2 after Under made another mistake. Can Under come back and secure another Williams 1-2? This is the second race of IFRR, and it's looking to be a good one. As there's still the stricken Ferrari, I don't feel like I'm going to do much about it. I'm sorry about the screen capture. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. But you guys can still see most of the screen. So let's take a look at everyone's laps. Under is in P2 as G-Man is purple in Sector 1 as he goes a bit wide, loses the back end a bit, but he saves it. Going into this fast corner where he tried to overtake his teammate, loses a bit of time due to that him going wide there, back there. Going into the final two turns, can G-Man secure this fastest lap and the extra point? Going across the line, it's invalidated, but G-Man still leads. So it's 15cc corner cuts to get a drive-through penalty, and 20cc corner cuts to get a disqualification, as Core left the game there and left his car on the track, which leaves us with 6 runners left. But this is still giving us some good racing right now, as A7 is 6 seconds behind and Under is 17 seconds behind his teammate. And but he is, I think, let's see where he is. I think Zenboy overtook him for P3. Now there's only one Williams on the podium. Under has dropped down to P4 after making that crucial mistake. Boom for the other Red Bull is in P6. So no matter what, everyone's getting a good result. As we keep it going, Under gets a mighty exit out of the hairpin now. He's going to try to take his P3 back as G-Man crosses the line once again, as Zenboy goes down the inside. It's the battle of the reserve drivers. Going into this part where G-Man overtook him, as Zenboy gets a bit of understeer after hitting the curb, as Zenboy goes down the inside of that, but Under gets the better exit. It's Zenboy going down the inside, taking third once again. This is an epic battle for the ages, as Under gets the better exit out of the last turn and is slightly ahead of Zenboy. They're going down into the long straight. It all depends on this exit, as Zenboy gets the better exit of the two. No, it's Under who has the better exit. These two are battling it out. Going into the hairpin now, Under just flew away, but it's who's gonna get the better exit out of this, and I think it's just gonna be Under who flies away now that the battle is over. Just around 20 laps remain now. G-Man set a 108.7. And A7 is 16 seconds behind. But Under has retaken P3 after making a costly mistake that cost him quite a bit of places. G-Man is going around the hairpin and he's almost lapping his teammate. He's 33 seconds. Under is 33 seconds behind him. So let's take a. I think Victor and Victor flips over. Victor hit the curb just slightly and he flips over. I think that's close to the mistake that G-Man did on like lap 2. So now Victor is back down into P5 and Zenboy is in P4. The drivers have it all to do now. G-Man goes into lap 12. Now everyone is spacing apart from each other, as G-Man must have made a mistake because now A7 is under 10 seconds behind him. Let's take a look with as G-Man is lapping Boom. Under sets a personal best of 110.4. A7 invalidated lap time, but he's down in 4th with the fastest lap. With his fastest lap. And G-Man's purple in Sector 2 once again. He goes a bit wide, but he's carrying as much speed as he can there. Going to the final two corners. His last lap was invalidated. Goes across the line, and it's the fastest lap. Just short of his personal best and the track record. No, A7 is back down to 12 seconds behind. Oh, Victor, he spins! As he was catching up to, I think that's Zen Boy up there. So now he lost a bunch of time to P4. That might cost him a bit in the grand scheme of things. Under, who's retaining P3 by 8 seconds, I think might be catching up to A7 now. So G-Man is leading in lap 14. A7 is in second. No one has pit yet, I don't think. A7 is on 7 corner cuts now. Getting awfully close. But he is losing time. On that lap alone, he lost 4 seconds to G-Man. Ooh, he touches the curb. Under crosses the line. We've had a few good battles here, and I think it should kick off once again once we are back in, once everyone starts pitting and everyone's on fresh tires. Victor is about to be lapped by G-Man. G-Man is just flying now. He's on cruise control at this point, but he's still going 2 seconds faster than the person in second with the fastest lap, as Victor made another mistake. I need to fix that. I'm just gonna 2 A7. As A7, I think loses the second to Zenboy now. Perfect timing. Oh, this is beached. Okay, so caution flags are up. Oh yikes, this is risky. Okay, this is difficult. So G-Man is leading once again. Sorry for this awkward bit. There's G-Man. Next. Okay. I think I should just leave it there. Oh. I can just push it like that. And Victor is pitting as well. Under is pitting now. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. So we have a bunch of people pitting now. And it's lap 18 of 34. Under wasted a bit of time going through that as G-Man laps him with him going through the pits. The Zen Boy is one lap down. G-Man leads 22 seconds. Dang. Let me put this B-tools away so I don't destroy anything. So we have a bunch of people pitting now. That was A7 leaving the pits now. I don't think G-Man has pit yet. But I think he might pit soon rather than later, as we are approaching the halfway point of the race. Yes, he's diving it into the pits now. G-Man is going in for his pit stop. And he's changing his tires. And he's going now. That was a decent pit stop from the race leader. But will anyone come up behind him? That's only Zenboy and he's a lap down. So G-Man just got a free pit stop. And now he's on fresh tires, so he will fly away now on. So A7 is the only one to not have been lapped yet. But will he be lapped? Let me know if you think that. Victor has the third fastest lap, so I think he's going to start catching up to Zenboy, who's just a bit slower than him, as A7 sets a personal best sector 1. Going into the hairpin now, as A7 might lap Victor right now, even though he is going slower. "14 laps to go now. Let's see. G-Man is still leading. A7, 33.6 sector 2. Not the best that he can do, but it could certainly improve his lap time. Victor is an invalidated lap time. No, that's under with the invalidated lap time. But now A7 comes across the line. What is it going to be? Moving up to third, 1:10.5. But it's not close to the fastest lap so far. By 2 seconds, he's off. So, I'm pretty sure... Oh, there's a tight battle right here. I'm pretty sure this is for position. It's Victor versus Zamboy. Who's going to come out on top now as Victor's going to not be able to overtake him into that corner, going to the right-hander, fast right-hander, and then into another fast right-hander, but you're still going to have to break a tad. And it's Victor is going to go down the inside, going into the hairpin. It's Victor who takes fourth position from Zenboy. Going across the final two corners, Victor is flying ahead of him, and yes, to confirm, that was for position. Ooh, Zenboy went very wide there and almost touched the curb. I'm pretty sure A7 is not pitting yet. I'm not sure. But he's driving for Mercedes, and he did say the classic bottom my tires. So I don't know if he pit or not. If his tires are going, I'm not sure. You don't really know if someone says Bono my tires. G-Man goes very wide out of the exit of that corner right there. I don't know how to get these corners. But G-Man is purple in Sector 1. This could be a new fastest lap. Let's see, as he crosses the line, what is it going to be? And he doesn't get a fastest lap. Under, though, unlapped himself for a short period of time, but he's just behind him as I think that's Zenboy. No, it's Boom who's been lapped. Who's that behind him? That must be Boom. Yeah, that who's that behind. That's G-Man behind. So A7, 29 seconds as G-Man sets another purple Sector 1. With 10 laps remaining now. Let's take a look. So A7 now has a drive-through penalty that he has to serve in the next 3 laps. So G-Man is doing really well keeping his corner cuts low. So, is he gonna serve it this lap? I assume he's gonna. Ooh, he gets a bit of slide there. Yeah, he's gonna serve it this lap. And he's going. So that's his penalty served. So Under is still doing good to not being lapped, but his teammate is right behind him now. As A7 goes very deep into that corner, misses his braking point. He's gonna have to watch his corner cuts. 5 more, and he's out of the race. Now G-Man laps his teammate once again, though he was unlapped, and so he's only 1 lap down. Buffalo now joins, but he's kind of 25 laps late. And now there's 9 laps to go. As G-Man's gonna come across the line. So G-Man relaps his teammate now, going into lap 26. We're heading into these final stages of the race. So G-Man is coming across he's 5 laps remaining. There's no tight battles at the moment. We're kind of in the middle of the race. This A7 goes a bit wide there. He's still the only person who hasn't been lapped. And I'm very sorry for my screen resolution. I don't know what that is about. A7 is catching up though. G-Man set a 121 last lap, and that let A7 catch up. I don't know what it is on about that, but A7. So, A7, he did improve that lap to catch up to G-Man, but I think he just made a mistake there or something, because now he's back up with a 108.7, which is a pretty good lap time, as A7 says 113.4, and as you can see, he's back down. Now, G-Man is almost across the line once again. And is that his teammate? Yes, that is his teammate. Though Under is unlocked once again, but he's about to catch up. So it's lap 29 of 34. And G-Man is leading by a mile. And I'm pretty sure Buffalo will still get the points that Under gets. It's 15 compared to 25. And 26 actually. He said G-Man has the fastest lap, and Under is in P2 now, so in the fastest lap, as he's about to lap his teammate again. As G-Man goes a bit wide, G-Man is still flying though. As you can see, he's catching up to A7, who's the last person who's been unlapped after Under, who is doing a good fight, but he's a lap down, so I think he'll just let him go. Because there's no need for a fight there, as G-Man gets a half spin there, but catches it, but he almost lost it there. That would have been time consuming if he did spin. Five laps to go, and he kind of drifts into that corner. Very interesting lines coming from the championship leader. So A7 is the last one to be lapped, but as you can see, G-Man is right behind him. As G-Man sets the new track record 1080. The last one was a 1081. So that's incredible on worn tires and in the race scenario. So now G-Man is flying. He's in the zone now with 3 laps remaining, or 4 laps. Oh, he gets a bit of a spin there. So G-Man is coming across for 3 laps to go. As he goes a bit deep going into that corner. Let's see if there's any close battles going on. Going into one of the final laps. 3 laps remaining now. As G-Man has been leading this pretty much from start to finish. And G-Man is on the penultimate lap now. And he's been leading this whole race now. He has had a few battles on the early laps. He made a mistake and went down to P3, but caught all the way up. But he's drove brilliantly all through the day. He got second in qualifying, but he was able to take advantage of Buffalo not being there. So it's going to be G-Man, most likely, who's going to come across the line. But we're not on the final lap yet, and as we know, anything can happen in Formula 1. And this is, well, not Formula 1, but as G-Man goes wide there, and he gets a big corner cut there. As A7 is almost on 20 corner cuts, Speaking of that, as G-Man almost bottles it going a half spin there. I don't know what it was going on through his head there, but two mistakes very close together. G-Man's going to want to avoid that on the final lap. But going on to the final lap of the race, it's going to be G-Man who's leading onto lap 34. Now, yeah, he's just been leading as A7 is about to be lapped. As G-Man goes a bit wide there. 7 corner cuts. He's using a lot of corner cuts in these final laps. I guess just wanting to play it safe, but he doesn't want to make any mistakes on this final lap. But A7 is right there, and any mistakes he does make probably won't cost him the win. As he's going across the final complicated sections of the track, he has been leading this whole race. He had a few close calls during the race, but as he's going to lap A7 there, G-Man has had a few close calls during the race. But through it all, he has persevered and has fought to the finish line. It's going to be G-Man for the second race in a row who's going to get a win with A7 in second place. And it's a 1-3 for Williams. So G-Man, he has led this entire race so far. I mean, he's led this entire race, no doubt about that. So he's just gonna come across the line, and like he already did, and he is gonna get P1 once again for the second time in this race, in this season so far. G-Man is coming across, and he's gonna park his car, victorious once again. G-Man, two-time winner. He's going across as G-Man puts his car into P1. It's A7 in P2 and coming across for third place. Another double Williams podium. It's under for P3. Let me give Under a shirt so he doesn't. So G-Man wins. One second. Okay, I can't copy and paste, so I'm just gonna play. Okay, let me just. I'm gonna get it on YouTube so you guys can just hear it anyway. So that has been the coverage of the IFRR German Grand Prix. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week for don't know race yet, TBD race. Bye.